Good morning, Friday again, huh? And boy, are the days getting longer. It's pretty daylight out there. It wasn't too long ago that we started in the dark and we finished in the dark. I'm sure the clock change is coming before too long. I don't like this next one, spring ahead. Takes me a while to get used to that. So today's practice will be more of a stretchy hatha kind of practice. We're gonna stretch and open up the hips, the hamstrings, the low back, all those places that perhaps through a week of maybe sitting in front of a computer or sitting in front of the television, you've gotten kind of tight. So let's just really open up the hips, hamstrings, and low back and get ready for a nice weekend. We're going to start in Sukhasana on the mat. I'll meet you on your mat. So as you come to Sukhasana, bring your left shin in front and adjust. And if you need to come up on a bolster or a couple blocks, take the time to do that now. Let's see if you can line your head, your neck, and your chest up. And as you become familiar with your breath, just massage the knees a little bit. Bring some warmth to the knees. It's still cold out there though. It was 30 when I got up and 29 just a second ago, so getting colder. I go the other way. And then come to stillness. So it's just a little warm up. Let's turn the head left and right. Slowly bringing the cervical spine into a twist. And when you feel even and complete in the twist, just a yes nod. So flexion and extension of the neck. And I like to add that reach with my chin as I look up. So I send my bottom teeth out beyond my top and get a nice stretch in the front of your neck. And then side to side, so tipping, lateral flexion and extension. And as you're doing this, tip the ear one way and that opposite shoulder, you push it down. You get a stretch at both ends of those neck and shoulder muscles. And let's add some shoulder rolls. Forward and up, back and down. Then take the left arm and swing it back and down, touch the mat, and then reach forward, maybe even across. Let's do a diagonal. You're painting a little diagonal rainbow. One more of these and then we'll switch sides. So left arm, let's go across to the right. I said that wrong. So right arm across to the left, other arm. Whatever arm you did the first time, we're going to do the other side now. Paint your rainbow. So notice you're doing a little bit of twisting, especially in the rib cage spine. And then come back to stillness. Any last minute movements you might want to do here for the shoulders. The head and the neck, shoulder blades, and then come back to stillness, lining the head, the neck, and the chest up. Feeling your place in this seated mountain pose. And coming into Sufi grind. So swirling around here, slowly touching pubic bone, sit bones left and right, and the tailbone. And let's try to tie this with the breath. So one inhale will bring you all the way around once. And then your exhale will bring you around once. Do two more. to that seated mountain pose again, head, neck, torso all stacked. I want you to take your right leg and extend it out here at an angle. Draw the left shin towards your pubic bone. Now turn your chest so it's parallel to the short edge of the mat, and then bring your right forearm, boy, I'm having trouble with left and right mirroring today, down to the floor, so it's kind of right in front of my shin. If you need a block under there, feel free. And then it's like you're between two panes of glass in your chest. So we're just going to tip sideways, and then take the left hand to the back of the head. As you inhale, send that elbow back, maybe the gaze goes up. And as you exhale, draw the elbow over there towards the right foot. So inhale, you're lifting a bit. Exhale, you're folding a little deeper towards the right foot. Let's do 2 more. And then sit up. We're going to turn towards that foot and bend the knee. Reach out there for the foot. Now my belly and my ribs are on my thigh. I'm going to slide my heel forward and let my torso ride my thigh on the way down. Straighten this to the point that you feel that's enough of a stretch for the hamstring. And maybe you pause, breathe into the sensation, and then maybe stretch a little deeper. You take the left hand across now, add a little bit of a twist, breathe. And then inhale, rise up. Now we're going to switch the cross of the leg. So now the right shin is in front. Sit up nice and tall here, maybe massage the knees. Find your seated mountain pose. Breathe. And let's take our Sufi grind in the other direction. And if you can't remember what that is, just start, and that's probably the direction you began in the first time, and reverse. Again, tying your breath to the movement. 1 inhale takes you around 1 time. 1 exhale takes you around 1 time, so slow. Two more. I'm going to move my blocks out of the way. Sit back up in a seated mountain pose. Breathe. Notice the hips maybe opening up a little more. Now I'm going to take the left leg out at an angle. Take my right heel towards the pubic bone. Left forearm comes along the inside of the leg. You can use a block here if you need to. And it's like my chest is between 2 panes of glass. I'm going to take my right hand up behind my head. As I inhale, I'm leaning back a bit, so I'm lifting my elbow up towards the ceiling, but lifting the heart up as well, lifting the gaze. And then as I exhale, I'm taking the elbow towards my left toes. Inhale, lift and look up. Exhale, reach with the elbow as you fold a little deeper towards the left. 3 more times. Get a really nice stretch in the right waist, right obliques. One more. And then rise up. Now turn towards this leg. I'm going to bend the knee. You can use a strap here if you need to. I've got my belly, half of my belly, half of my ribs on my left thigh. I'm going to straighten that leg and ride the thigh down. And then pay attention to the sensation in the hamstring. So you'll know when you're pushing it too far. Take it to a nice deep stretch, one that you feel along the length of the muscle, not that's isolated in either end of the muscle. And once you get there, hold. Breathe. And maybe you get an invitation to go a little deeper. Maybe it will feel nice to take the right hand on the outside of the left foot or the left shin. Add a little twist to this. Again, more nice stretches right here in the flank on the right and the waist. Breathe. And in the hamstring on the left. And then rise up. Now take the left shin in front again. Sit here in your mountain pose. And breathe. Maybe bring some awareness to those hips. So I'm going to take my left hand to my left knee. My left shin's in front. I'm going to fold over the right thigh. Reach out here. So I'm pushing this knee down and away. Breathe into this. Inhale, rise up. Keep the shins just like they are. Now I'm going to fold forward. You can use your hands to walk out here. And don't go all the way down. I want you to push the mat away. Feel the sit bones round down towards the floor and then pull the floor towards you. So it's kind of a little mini cat-cow. Do one more each way. Now walk the hands to the right. Same thing, we're going to push the floor away and then pull the floor towards us. Push the floor away and pull the floor towards us. And then push the floor away and hold. So the sit bones are reaching towards the mat. Take the left hand on top of or even beyond the right. Really press the floor away now and rest your face in your upper arms. Breathe. Now walk the hands to the left. Same thing here. We're going to push the floor away and then pull the floor towards us. Push away. Pull towards us. So a little mini cat-cow. And then push the floor away. We'll take right hand on top of or beyond the left. Really push away and then rest the face in the upper arms. As you exhale, the heart melts down. Inhale, find some space and back. And walk the hands forward and walk yourself back up. Now switch the cross of the legs. Now we're going to take the right hand to the right knee and push that knee down as you fold over to the left. Breathe. And then rise up. We're going to walk the hands forward, walk out here. And then our little cat-cow. So you're going to pull the floor towards you and push the floor away. So some pelvic tilting and flexion and extension up and down the spine. Now let's take the hands to the left. And a couple more push and pulls. And then take right hand on top of or beyond left. And walk to the other side, to the right. Couple push and pulls. Now take the left hand on top of or beyond the right. And push the mat away so you keep the sit bones anchored. And then walking forward. Let's see if we can take this down to the mat. Now you can bring your fists under your forehead or a block under your forehead. Or if you can come down with the forehead, I'm going to stack my fists for the microphone, but just let go here. Try to push the knees and the outer thighs down into the mat as you're folded forward. We'll support the back a bit. Breathe. And then rising back up. Now we've got right shin in front. We're going to take the left leg out again. Draw the right shin or the right heel towards the pubic bone. This time see if you can bring the left hand on top of the shin. And reach up and over with the right. So again, it's like you're between two panes of glass. Now the first time we were here, we had the hand to the back of the head, but we're going to do those same actions. The arm's just going to be long. So as I inhale, I'm lifting my heart, lifting my gaze. As I exhale, I reach and fold a little deeper. Inhale, lift, look up. Exhale, fold. Keep that right sit bone reaching down, right knee reaching down. One more. And then inhale, rise up. Let's turn towards the straight leg. Take your right arm up and reach to the outside of the left leg, left foot. Maybe you take the left hand behind you in a half bind. Add a little twist. So loop that left shoulder up, back, and down as you bring your right ribs towards the left knee. And rise up. Bend the knee again. Reach out there for the foot and see if you can lean back and straighten the leg. A strap could be okay here too. And then back down. Left shin in front. Pause here and breathe. Seated mountain pose. Now reach out with your right leg. Let's take the right forearm to the shin, up and over with the left. Your chest is between two panes of glass. As you inhale, lift the heart, send the arm back a bit. And then exhale a little deeper, fold. Inhale. Keep pushing the left knee down. Keep the left sit bone anchored to the mat. And breathe. 2 more breaths. And then rising up, we're going to turn towards the straight leg again. Left hand comes up, reaches to the outside of the foot or the shin. Take your right hand behind you and take a half bind. I'm going to loop the right shoulder up and back and down as I twist my heart to the right. Unwinding, bend that knee. Reach out for the sole of the foot. Again, a strap can be good here. Try to keep the arms plugged in. So don't let the foot really tug on the arms. Plug the arms in. And then come back to Sukhasana. Let's pause here and notice lining up the head, the neck, the shoulders. Left leg. I'm going to take my leg like this. It's hard to describe. So watch what I did. I went from here to here. Now my foot is outside of my hip. You can come to the top of the foot. Take your left thigh and rotate it out. Find a place where that leg's comfortable. And then the right shin, see if you can bring it parallel to the edge of your mat. This is a modified pigeon and really kind of a half Virasana, Vajrasana, Virasana, one of the two. It's either Thunderbolt or Hero's Pose. So folding forward into this modified pigeon, you're going to start to feel a nice stretch in the IT band here. Keep your right foot flexed, protect the knee. And then rising up again. Let's switch sides. So now I'm going to take my right leg like this, maybe to the top of the foot. Left shin is parallel with the front edge of my mat. Flex your foot, protect your knee, and then fold forward in a modified pigeon. Breathe. And then rise up. Extend the legs out long, and if you have a strap, get it. If not, no big deal. You can work without it. And I want your knees bent pretty good, but keep your feet flexed. Bring your strap around the soles of the feet. And I've wrapped my strap in my hands. I'm going to sit tall and fold forward and bring the belly and the ribs to the thighs. And then start to ride the thighs into this forward fold as you straighten the legs any amount. And breathe up and down the back. Feel the sensation in the hamstrings, so the back of the thighs, and maybe you get an invitation to wiggle out a little straighter. And maybe you want to let go of the strap, then hang on to your feet. Two more breaths. Now rise up. Extend the left leg long, keep the foot flexed. Bend the right knee. Bring the sole of the foot to the mat, like you're going to stand on it, and make that effort like you're going to come up on that. So now you're up onto the sit bones. We're going to take the left elbow around the right knee. Pull the thigh nice and close. Maybe you just pause here with the forearms stacked. And then maybe you reach up with the right arm, circle it back and down. Take the hand to the mat, nice and close to your right hip. Push down into the hand so you lift up through the spine, through the crown of the head. And then as you exhale, twist. Keep the thigh tight. Make the breath a little more difficult since we've got the thigh pinned to the belly. You'll feel the breath now more in the back. And before you leave the twist, turn the head over the left shoulder and then unwind. Keep the legs just like they are. We're going to take an open twist to the left. Breathe. Up to center. We're going to slide this left leg past the midline. Bring the foot across. Sit tall. Both sit bones reaching towards the earth. Maybe this is where you'd like to be. Or maybe you take that first little bit of a twist and maybe you deepen it. Breathe. And before we leave here, take the twist in the head. So turn the head, the gaze over the left shoulder. Now unwind and slide the left leg more in line with the hip again. We're going to open the right knee. Take the hands behind you and slide up to a seated number 4. You have control, so this can be a nice deep stretch. Or not so deep, you decide. Keep pushing the right knee away. So pushing it away towards the front edge of your mat and reaching away from your hip. So it's kind of forward and out. Breathe. Now slide your right leg, left leg long again. I'm going to reach out here, and actually let's bring it back. It's easier to come into this from here. So I want you to take your right elbow and see if you can wrap it around the knee. You're going to support the shin. Take the left elbow, wrap it around the foot. Now I've got a good grip on my shin. You can keep your left leg bent or maybe extend it long and come up onto the sit bones. So it's like you're cradling a baby. You can even rock a little bit here. Reach to the crown of the head. So don't let this round your spine. And breathe. And then unwind. We're going to come back to Dandasana, legs long. Now we'll bend them, lay the belly and the ribs onto the thighs. Take the hands to the feet or maybe the strap again. We're going to ride the thighs all the way out. until we reach that point where the stretch is just right. Breathe. Inhale, rise up. Right leg out long, left leg, bend the knee. Sole of the foot to the mat like you're gonna step up onto it. Keep the right foot flexed, keep this leg active. Wrap the elbow, maybe forearms to begin the twist. Maybe you take the left arm up, back, and down. Bring the heel of your hand close to your hip. Push down to rise up. Exhale, twist, look over the left shoulder. Keep the thigh tight. Feel the breath move into different places now that you've pinned that belly down a bit. Now take the gaze over the right. Unwind. We're going to take the right leg a little past the midline, cross the left foot over, sit up onto the sit bones again. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you come to that forearm grip, a little bit of a twist, or maybe you take the full twist. Lengthening on the inhale, drop your shoulders out of your ears, and exhale, twist. Now unwind. We're going to take the right leg a little more in line with the hip again, opening up to a number 4 in our legs. Take the hands behind you. Bend the right knee, seated number 4. Keep the left foot flexed. Protect your knee. Breathe. And now while you're sitting upright, see if you can wrap left elbow around the knee. Grab your shin, right elbow around the foot. Grab your shin. Hang on to the shin as you extend the right leg long. Sit up on your sit bones. Lift up through the crown of the head. Push the shoulders down. Maybe you even rock a little bit here. Rock the baby. And then release the leg long. Another Paschimottanasana. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Maybe walk the hands down the shins this time. Keep the pelvis tilting forward. So the stretch is in the hamstrings and not a strain in the low back. On your inhale, rise up, bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet together, Baddha Konasana. So let's rock on the sit bones again. Rock, rock, rock. And then come to stillness and take one thigh at a time. We're going to rotate it outwards. So it will be an external rotation. You may open up some more space in the hips to accommodate this shape. And take the ankles or the shins and pull and let that bring the pelvis forward. A little back bend here, actually the heart comes forward. And then folding from the hips, start to fold forward. As you come forward, if the forearms make it to the shins, use the weight of the forearms to push the knees open, but resist with the knees. And then open. So it's a little slow butterfly wing. Slowly convincing those muscles that they can open a little deeper, and then pause. Squeeze your glutes together. Feel that external rotation in the hips. Open up some more space. Maybe even slide the fingers down between the feet and open the feet like the pages of a book, and you'll notice just a little more room. And then just surrender. Let this one go. Let the head hang. Breathe up and down the back. Feel that nice open sensation in the hips. And then coming back up, take the hands behind you. We're going to walk the feet wide to the left and right edges of the mat. Windshield wiper. Take the knees in one direction, the gaze in the other. Keep going side to side. And then the next time the knees are to the right, stay there and kind of check out the legs. So kind of a right angle of the legs, then rise up onto the right sit bone. I usually lift up here and kind of adjust things. So now we're back into a modified pigeon. And when we were facing that way, this leg was more like this. Now we're going to be like this. Turn towards this inner thigh and then walk forward any amount. Maybe your forehead can come down to the mat. And breathe. And then inhale, coming up. Now bend the knees, draw the heels close. We're going to turn so we're over top of the right thigh, turning towards the back of the mat. Take your hands to the floor and we'll fold forward here. So we're twisting. And this will feel a bit familiar. Take your left hand, maybe beyond the right. As you fold, you're going to send the hips back and down. Breathe. And then rise up. Keep the legs just like this. And if you want to take that left leg out long, I'm coming into still a modified pigeon because I've got my right heel kind of tucked close to me. But in my opinion, an more accessible pigeon for some people. You can always stay out here on the right hip, or maybe you come to the top of the left thigh. And breathe. Now come up onto your hands and let's bend the left knee. Maybe that's it, or maybe you reach back with the right hand and grab your ankle. A nice stretch in the front of the quad on the left. In the front of the thigh, the quad's on the left. And release. Unwind, come back onto the sit bones. Feet are on the left and right edges of the mat. Let's drop the knees to the left. Right angles. Come up on the left sit bone, adjust. And then fold. Fold forward here, any amount. Keep both feet flexed. And breathe. Now rising up. Bring the heels towards you. And take that same forward fold. Nope, not same forward fold. We're going to twist. Reach above the left shin. My bad. And then as you come out here, take the right hand beyond the left. Send the sit bones one way and the hands are reaching the other. Now unwind, reach forward, and maybe you just take another forward fold here, or maybe you straighten the right leg. And now you're on your left hip, so I'm kind of on my side. You can stay here, or come right up onto the right thigh. Nice modified pigeon. Push the hands into the floor. Now bend the right knee. Maybe that's it, or maybe you swing the left arm back there, grab your ankle, and then see if you can bring your shoulders more square to the side edge of your mat. Breathe. And release. Unwind. Bring both legs out wide. Adjust on your sit bones here. Flex the feet. Sit tall. And stick those heels to the mat or to the carpet, to the floor, and try to pull them towards you. Your knees will probably lift a little bit. Let the pelvis tilt forward. Feel that nice release in the low back. And then start folding from the hips with the pelvis tilted forward. Any amount. You can walk the hands out here. If you have the space, you can take your big toes. Leading with the heart. And as you come forward, if the knees are lifted and bent a little bit, you can start straightening. Bring fingertips to the mat. Work your way back up. Take the hands behind you, bend your knees. We're going to lift into an upside down table. So my fingers are pointed forward, elbows are pointed behind me, lift. Push those knees away. Look at the knees. Exhale down. Round forward. So you're going to draw Your thighs towards you, curling up. And then undo the feet. So come to the top of the mat with me. We're not going to stand. I want you to plant one foot on one corner, one on the other. Turn the toes out a bit and come down in garland. So yoga squat. You can always be in a high squat with the forearms on the thighs. And if you're down here with me, really tuck your armpits down here to the inside of your knees. Bring the hands to heart center and then push the hands to heart. Resist with the knees and feel how all of that helps you lengthen through the spine. Breathe. Now take your left arm out here at an angle. So I'm really tucking the knee, the inner knee under my armpit. I'm going to take my right arm to my right thigh. Maybe even taking the hand either to the outside of the thigh or behind you or reaching up, coming into a little bit of a twist. So you find the place where it feels good with the arm. And then unwind. Take the second side, reach out there, tuck. And then left hand to left knee or behind you or up. Find a way to twist. And then forward again, hands to heart. Push those arms into the knees. Resist with the knees. Lengthen through the spine. Breathe. And coming to your back. Let's take a nice good morning stretch, reaching long. Now draw your left knee towards your chest. And then reach long on an inhale. Draw your right knee towards your chest. Reach long on an inhale. Let's take the left knee in and hold it. Keep the right leg active, foot's flexed. And now open the left knee to the left. And cradle it with your arm. And take the knee across the body. Keep your left arm out on the floor. Come into a twist. Breathe. Now come back to center. We're going to cross the left ankle on top of the right thigh. Bend the right knee. So a number 4, laying on your back. Now lift the thighs and reach out in front of the shin on the right and draw everything closer. You can always take a strap here or take the hands behind the thigh instead of in front of the shin. Now release your grip. I'm going to bring the right foot to the mat, but out to the edge, the right edge. Then I'm going to drop my knees to the left. So my left ankle is on the outside of my right knee. Breathe. Inhale, unwind. Reach long. Good morning, stretch. Now draw the right knee in. Maybe open it out to the right. And draw it across the body. Coming into a twist. That right arm can stay down. Gaze to the right, knee to the left. Back to center. Let's come into our number 4. Push your knee forward and outward. Now reach out there for either your thigh or your shin and lift. Now release your grip. Take the left foot to the left outer edge of the mat. Now drop your knees to the left and take your gaze to the right. Back to center. Draw both knees into the chest. Take them wide to towards the armpits. Flex your feet and then find happy baby. Maybe you take behind the knees. Maybe you grab the shins. Maybe you take the soles of the feet. It's like the feet are wanting to walk on the ceilings. Knees are bent. Breathe. And bring the soles of the feet together. Take your ankles. Now push forearms into knees. Flying Baddha Konasana. Now release the ankles and see if you can float the feet down to the mat on the little toe edges. Take the hands under the head, so you're going to mirror the shape of the arms with the feet. And breathe. It's time for relaxation. This is a pose that I like, so if you feel comfortable in this shape, you can stay here. Or find a shape that's more comfortable for you this morning. Begin to deepen your breath, add some small movement. You know the routine. Spend a few breaths coming back. Then work your way back to a seated position. Right back where we started from. So we didn't even stand up today. I hope your hips feel nice and open, low back feels like it got a little attention. So this will be the last 7 a.m. live stream class on a Monday and a Friday. Owens Corning Granville site has opened back up, so I will see you live there 7 a.m. Monday and Friday for a real in-person yoga class. I'm looking forward to seeing you. Let's reach up one more time together, grab some sunshine. I think you can see it up there on my cabinet. Exhale, hands home to the heart. You have peaceful thoughts, peaceful words, a peaceful heart, and a peaceful world. Namaste. Thank you. Have a great weekend.